Diary, January 1st, 1980. Today is the beginning of the new decade. Last night, I went to Sally's New Year's Eve party, and during the New Year's Eve countdown, my crush Michael kissed me. I can't believe my first kiss was to a Little River Band song called Reminiscence. We also danced. Before the party, my BFF Sally and I got together to tease our hair and share about $10 in makeup to powder on our faces. We also wore neon skirts that were totally banging. Some people at school are wearing preppy clothes that have been appearing as celebrities like the Valley Girls. I want to be a cool, popular Valley Girl. My New Year's resolution is to be at the top of the social ladder at school. Going steady with the quarterback of the football team, Michael, is my way to be in the popular group. I guess I should buy some pom-poms and start practicing to become a cheerleader. This new decade is going to be about me and enjoying my youth as a teen before I grow up to become an adult. This is going to be a totally rad decade full of friends and fun. I am so amped. Here's to the 80s. Love, Jennifer.
Luke Skywalker and Han Solo rescued the princess.
Dear Diary, June 1980. Today I turned 15 years old. For my birthday, Michael took me out to see Star Wars V: The Empire Strikes Back. It was a totally wicked movie. Also, I went to the arcade to play this new rad game called Pac-Man. I played as the yellow Pac-Man, and ghosts are trying to kill the Pac-Man while the Pac-Man eats cups. I know it sounds kind of lame, but it's seriously becoming an addiction of mine. But sadly, I just heard news that John Lennon from the Beatles was assassinated in New York City. It's really sad too, and he has been a popular celebrity since before I was born in the early 60s. I love to listen to his songs, especially Imagine. May he rest in peace. Diary, December 1981. So this really new awesome TV station came out called MTV, which stands for Music Television. The first song they played was Video Killed the Radio Star by the Buggles. It was totally rad. Also, I turned 16 this year and my parents bought me a cool car. But on the other note, the CDC recognized autoimmune deficiency syndrome, AIDS, as a deadly disease. It is an awful disease that has been seen in mainly gay people and has killed hundreds of them.
I run with my handy dandy Walkman.
Dear Diary, I need workout. I'll run while listening to The Eye of the Tiger by Survivor on my nifty new Walkman. Last month, Jane Fonda released a bunch of aerobic tapes, and let me tell you, she can move her body better than I can. Starting today, I'm going to work out for 2 hours every day. Maybe I should also join an aerobics class. Some bright neon leggings would look totally great for a new workout. Michael says that I look great, but I still feel like I need to work out.
Left arm. Shake it down. 2 steps to the right. Left arm. Shake it down. 2 steps to the right.
Dear Diary, I am now a senior in high school. It is exciting but scary. I really want to attend Notre Dame because Michael will be attending there to receive the scholarship for football. Meanwhile, Michael and I went out to see the premiere of the new hit movie E.T. It is a wicked movie about an alien who lives on Earth. I wonder if aliens actually exist. Also this year, I went with my family to see the Vietnam War Memorial. I'm glad that the Vietnam vets are finally being recognized for their commitment and service to the country. Diary, I cannot believe I just graduated from high school. I'm going to miss my BFFs who are attending other schools, but I was still thinking. Afterwards, there was a huge grad party where we danced to the new hit song Thriller by Michael Jackson. That song is the bomb diggity, and it even has its own special dip. Favorite show MASH has ended after many years on the air. I'm really disappointed about this, but I'm amped for new shows to come out. Another really wicked thing that happened was that the first commercial cell phone was made. Cell phones seem so cool, and I really hope I will be able to buy one day. Diary, October 1983. I started college at Notre Dame and it is very different from high school. I got invited to a party, and people were doing drugs like crack. There are surprisingly a lot of burnouts at this school. Michael was pressured by friends to do crack, but I stopped him and we booked it back to the dorms. I want to have fun in college with friends, but I would not want to do drugs. Recently, President Reagan has been fighting against drug use with the Just Say No campaign. There have been a variety of anti-drug PSA videos, but they are all very cheesy and weird. One even features a man cracking an egg in a pan and saying, "This is your brain on drugs." I don't think these videos are working very well because they seem to be becoming only more popular. Diary. This new show called The Cosby Show has made its first debut. It is hilarious and becoming one of my new favorite shows. This summer I am going to see some new movies in theaters like Star Trek III: The Search for Spock. This nifty invention called VCR is becoming popular and allowing me to see footloose on a VHS recording tape. Speaking of new technology, Steve Jobs, who works with Apple Computers, introduced the first Mac computer. It is much more organized and cool compared to the electronic typewriters. I am also working at Ralph Lauren, which has fashionable clothes, and working there helps me keep up to date with styles. Recently, people have been wearing spandex pants and shorts, but the preppy people, especially males, have been wearing sweaters tied loosely around their necks. Other people enjoy wearing parachute pants that are very baggy. It's interesting seeing so many different styles. Dear Diary, this year the United States killed it in the Summer Olympics that were held in Los Angeles, making it the first Olympics held in the United States for half a century. Team USA won 4 times more gold medals than Romania, with athletes like gymnast Mary Lou Retton, sprinter Carl Lewis, and high diver Greg Louganis. These wins helped inspire a new American nationalism, with President Reagan's campaigning that it's new morning again in America. Of course, he won the presidency too. In addition, Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band released the song Born in the USA that contributed to the new nationalism spirit. I hope that people of this country will remain patriotic and proud of our nation. Diary, January 1985. Michael asked me to marry him and it was wonderfully romantic. Of course, I said yes.
You know why? Close your eyes. Open them. Will you marry me?
Yes!
Yes! They said yes, world!
Wait, yeah.
Okay, cut the video now.
Wait, no. Okay, you got one finger. I'm engaged!
Events class at school were discussing President Reagan's new economic method, which is starting to be called Reaganomics. It's also called the trickle-down theory, where the government cuts taxes for the rich, and since they buy more stuff, more jobs open up for the middle and lower class, and this is supposed to stimulate the economy. So far, my parents say it's only causing inflation.
Shots were fired, apparently at President Reagan, as he was coming out of the Washington Hilton Hotel this afternoon. The president was not hit. He was pushed into his limousine and immediately taken away to safety. However, 3 persons were hit. We believe they are 2 Secret Service agents and the president's press secretary, James Brady. And we do not know the
John
condition
Hinckley
of
tried to
any of
assassinate
those,
Reagan, although fortunately
any of
he
the
did
men.
not kill him. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but President Reagan announced a new program called Star Wars also. It is a space missile defense system that's really called the Strategic Defense Initiative, but scientists are doubting whether or not it will actually work. Diary. Wedding planning is underway and I'm totally excited to marry Michael. I'm using his new computer to make wedding invitations. The desktop publisher software will hopefully save us some money at the printers. I'm also using the software to type up lists we'd like to receive for our wedding. Wedding stuff aside, Michael and I went to see the Back to the Future movie last night and we had a wonderful time. I wonder if we'll still be alive to see some of the technology that was mentioned could actually be invented.
Hill Valley. Well, history is going to change.
And 1985 is not his year. But Dr. Brown is about to change all that.
Are you telling me that you built a time machine? Out of a DeLorean?
He's sending Marty 30 years back in time.
It works! It's a flying saucer from outer space!
Now.
Do you, Michael, Michael take Jennifer to be your lawfully wedded wife to have and to hold from this day forth and forevermore?
I do.
Do you, Jennifer, take Michael to be your lawfully wedded husband to have and to hold from this day forth, for better or for worse, for richer or for poor, from this day forward, for now and forevermore?
I do.
I now pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Diary. Michael and I were married in a beautiful backyard wedding. After the wedding and short reception, we left on our honeymoon. We stayed at a wonderful resort in the Caribbean. Michael and I had just finished swimming with dolphins and hang gliding when we decided to go back to the hotel to watch the Challenger launch. I almost wish we hadn't. The bliss and utter contentedness Michael and I had shared up until the point of the Challenger explosion had shattered. We went immediately home because staying 2 weeks longer just felt wrong.
These toys would be good
Michael
for the
and I
baby's
are
room.
pregnant.
What do you
We're
think?
going to name her
Definitely.
Jessica.
Okay, what should we name her?
Jessica.
Good idea. I like it. It's a girl.
Tragedy struck when Chernobyl, a nuclear power plant, exploded in Ukraine, killing 40 people instantly, leaving countless others wearing the side effects of this explosion and radiation. I can't imagine the suffering that they must be experiencing. On a better note, Mikhail Gorbachev recently took over the USSR. He had a very different outlook than the past leaders when it came to foreign policy and global relations. He seems to be very open and willing to negotiate with other world leaders. Hopefully, this will eventually bring about an end to the entire Cold War and is a step in the right direction in the fight against communism. Dear Diary, I had our little baby girl over winter break. It's going to be tough trying to balance school and being a mom, but it'll be worth it. Her name is Jessica. She was born a few weeks earlier and weighed 7 pounds even. Michael and I officially graduated from college yesterday. I got my mother to record the graduation on a tape recorder. The United States was also one of the many countries that signed the Montreal Protocol recently, which stopped the production of CFCs in the countries that signed. CFCs helped to create the ozone hole, and I'm glad that the USA is thinking ahead for future generations.
I will tell you right now, Council, and all the members here gathered, that I misled the Congress.
How can our system of government work if the administration is not candid in its answers to the Congress?
Congressman Lee Hamilton of Indiana and Lieutenant Colonel Oliver North of the President's National Security Council defined the two poles of the argument: a Reagan administration obsessed with preventing leaks and a Congress that could not get a straight answer to its questions. The Reagan administration's determination to sell arms secretly to Iran and to help guerrillas fighting the Marxist government of Nicaragua despite congressional objections was the engine that drove the Iran-Contra policy.
Tragedy struck just 2 months ago, and my wife Jennifer was involved in a drunk driving accident. Our baby is fine, but afraid that Jennifer makes it.
A terrible accident. You need a blood transfusion. It looks like she contracted HIV from the blood transfusion, and she won't be making it through the night.
Jennifer died last night. She had contracted HIV and got pneumonia from one of the patients. She was strong until the end. She never stopped talking about going to see Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
And with nobody to stop them, it wasn't long before the first attempts were made to destroy the structure itself. Everybody was testing how far they could stretch their new freedoms. But this will need to be more than a piece of November madness to wipe out the bitter memories of the past.
Despite the euphoria of that joyous Berlin night, the dream of uniting the two parts of Germany was to turn into an economic nightmare. But on that November night, no one worried about that. Freedom was enough.
The past year has been full of ups and downs. We got a new president, George H.W. Bush Sr. It looks like the Cold War is finally coming to an end. The Iron Curtain is falling. One by one, communist countries are falling, and their dictatorships are ending. People from East and West Berlin are taking pickaxes to the Berlin Wall in Romania. Czechoslovakia, Hungary, and Yugoslavia have overthrown their communist dictators. It looks like the USSR might be next. I guess we'll have to see where the next decade brings us. My baby girl is safe, and I was so blessed to have her. Let's see where life takes us next.
Wait, no, stop. Okay, do a twirl. There you go. Okay, you might want to move some of those blankets. Some of the blankets are getting in the picture.
Don't hit my car!
Okay, cut the video now.
Wait, no. Okay, no. Wrong finger. I'm engaged!
Now you can cut the video!
This girl.
We're pretty sure. If not, it goes up for adoption.
Jordan.
Oh, yeah, that.
Okay, good.
Load it.
Hey, party! You guys want some crack? Crack?
How dare you?
We don't do crack. Let's
No, we-
book it.
Yeah!
Come on.
Booking it! Crack puppy! The baby's coming! Breathe, woman! Breathe! I got this! It came fully clothed! Your child!
Baby Jessica!
It looks like your mother. Who just lost all of that.
That.
Yeah, we'll call it that.